Singapore is known for its strong performance on international assessments of learning and its high rates of educational attainment. The country commits significant resources to supporting high-quality teaching through strong preparation, mentoring, extensive professional development, and a well-developed career ladder that supports senior and master teachers in each school. Teachers in Singapore spend a significant portion of their working time engaged in professional learning and collaboration.
I come in as early as 7 to check emails. Assembly starts at about 7:30. We want them to have that quiet moment to just do some silent reading or even silent reflection. That 15 minutes of quiet reading, that's important to start the day calm. And then they wait for the bell to sound for them to stand up to sing the national anthem. This is to help to develop the sense of belonging to the country. If I am lucky, I have at least an hour or so after the assembly to prepare. That's when I slow down a bit and start thinking of what exactly is going to happen for the day.
Teaching schedules at Kranji Secondary School, a typical neighborhood school, are organized over a 2-week time frame. Rosemelia's scheduled work week of about 36 to 37 hours is comprised of about 12 hours of academic teaching, about 5 hours of co-curricular or student assembly time, and 19 hours of professional planning and learning time.
Ever since I started teaching, this is the only subject that I've been teaching, geography. My first introduction to them is, all of you are geographers, all of you are human beings, but I need you to turn on your geographer's lenses. That means you look at things in a different perspective now, looking at space, looking at relationship between people and the environment.
At Kranji, most teachers have about 14 hours of academic teaching time each week. Rosemelia, a senior teacher, teaches 12 hours a week to allow time for her other responsibilities. Teachers in Singapore have time to plan rich content and highly engaging units of study, both on their own and with their colleagues.
For that particular lesson, we were looking at the different reasons for pattern of consumption in the world. To begin the particular unit, the first key question is to really understand why people consume differently in different parts of the world. The students generally likes to talk. So if you don't give them opportunity to talk, they will find other ways to get distracted. So once in a while during lesson, I will break into asking them to just do pair work. Pair work is the simplest form of collaborative work. I could actually move on to a bit more of group work and getting them into 4s or 5, but that would take a bit of time, in terms of movement. So since the activity was simple enough for them to just discuss with a partner, and I thought it would be less movement and lesser time taken. The new humanities curriculum, what they're trying to infuse is a lot of thinking and a lot of application. And I told them that we're going to have a debate on the case study of Mauritius, which is applying their knowledge of impacts that they have already researched on. So it took us about a week or so to prepare for this entire debate. Yeah. For a class of 40 to have a debate, it can be quite challenging. So the inquiry question is, Mauritius, is tourism the way to go? So we have 3 groups supporting, yes, tourism should be done, and we have 3 groups supporting, no, it shouldn't be done.
We are well aware the tourism sector contributes to 1/4 of our local economy.
You guys claim that you guys want to invest more money into tourism, correct? Why don't we invest the money into upgrading our sugarcane plantation so that they are more resistant to rising world temperatures, which is caused by the increased carbon footprint, which is produced by tourist activity.
Sugarcane is affected by natural disasters. We cannot control them. So what do you want the government to do? Do you read the background information properly? Because it's the natural disaster that is affecting sugar canes and not your carbon footprint. Thank you.
Okay. No more questions. No back and forth. Okay. So pass down the reflection sheet. Okay, while we discuss for about 5 minutes, you complete the post-conference reflections. The holistic education is not just about assessment at the end of the day, but being able to get the students to be aware what's happening around the world and how it affects them directly or indirectly, and how they as a global citizen could actually contribute in the future.
Every teacher has a significant proportion of the school week allocated for professional learning and planning. Professional learning and mentoring are considered integral to the role of the teacher in Singapore and a cornerstone of school improvement. Virtually all beginning teachers receive intensive mentoring in their schools. Beginning teachers in Singapore typically teach just 2/3 the number of classes of experienced teachers so that they can work with their mentor and continue their learning.
My job as a senior teacher is to look into his professional development in terms of his teaching in class, his pedagogy, and whether he has enough content knowledge to supplement his lesson.
As part of the teaching and learning reforms in Singapore, many schools have launched professional learning communities and action research projects.
Each department is involved in a research project. My department is actually embarking on an action research program. I'm actually the team leader. My job is to direct the group into the specific research question, how ICT can actually enhance students' understanding in understanding concepts, geographical concepts, and also to explore different ways on how to engage students.
Research shows that frequent teacher collaboration is associated with greater teacher confidence in their abilities to teach, manage classes, and engage students. Professional collaboration is also associated with greater teacher job satisfaction and retention in the profession.
So there are days that we are really required to stay behind, not for planning of work or marking. It's really to look into school programs, mentoring programs, or school activities.
I believe in learning in more in a professional learning community, more than training courses. So we emphasize a lot on PLCs and in our staff development time. And we really allocate, I think, more than 70%, 60-70% of the learning time in school. That means we bring trainers in, we get senior teachers to do the skillful teacher training.
Every alternate week, we do have the Learn and Grow session. It takes about an entire afternoon. So I'm in charge with another senior teacher to carry out this training called Skillful Teachers.
What are some of the things that they have done to make them a good leader or a bad leader?
What we do is we select certain skills that we would like to share with the teachers. So the senior teachers work together and we read up on that particular skill and then explain to the teachers what exactly the skill is all about. Then we get the teachers to do a bit of reflection. Think of an activity or something that you already done in class, okay, that fits into that thinking skills, okay? We'll give you about 2 minutes. So it can be an activity based, like just now, we get them to discuss with their partner an activity that they want or they have done or they want to embark on, and then we do a bit of sharing after that.
So for us, we'll try something different. We will give them a huge list of compound and we'll give them the samples. So they're supposed to observe the color and then they record down the color.
So we are giving them a platform and opportunity to just talk about new ideas and even share things that may have worked in their classes or may have not. This platform creates a form of sharing for the teachers as well.
Teachers at Kranji engage in 2 hours a week of co-curricular activities, working with students to develop their teamwork and leadership skills beyond the classroom.
Each teacher is in charge of at least one CCA. CCAs are co-curricular activities. They are conducted after school. So the CCA that I'm actually conducting is a combination between environmental and community service. So the students come together to plan for environmental projects and community service project. So for example, they look after the school garden. For the students, they do know that it is compulsory, but at the end of the day, they know that the merits of it, having a bit more time with their friends after school, doing things that they like. So the students are very much involved in the educating of environmental issues to the school as well as the community. Before I leave for home, last check on the resources for the next day. Is there urgent marking that I need to bring home? I've always enjoyed working with teenagers, seeing them grow, seeing them become a person with new experience and new opportunities. I think that gives me a lot of motivation to continue in the job. And I think it makes me younger.